Like, some G's. I ain't even get mad when you switch teams, ball. Free the home team. Some G's. I ain't even get mad when you switch teams, ball. Free the home team. 20 on.
The thing in our overdrive. Can't touch, can't rush. Selected. 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 Can't touch. Can't rush. Can't touch. Can't rush. Selected. The thing in our overdrive. If you don't do something, nothing happens. Can't rush. Selected. Can't rush. Selected. Can't rush. Selected. Can't rush. Selected. Selected. Can't touch. Selected. Can't rush. 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 Selected. Esto es demasiado fancy, demasiado flow. No es pa' que te canse, pa' que le dé con todo. Tú sientes algo raro o algo bien loco. Esto es pa' que dance, pa' que le dé con todo. Esto es pa' que. Esto es pa' que. Esto es pa' que. Ay, ay, esto es pa' que. Ay. Esto es pa' que. Esto es pa' que. Esto es pa' que dance, dance. Tú sientes una y que te pone. A el que no quiera bailar porque traiga una silla. Le damos con dos, kish, kish, qué maravilla. Pa' los que bailan mucho trajimos la camilla. La gente que se queje pase a la otra ventanilla. Esto pa' qué. Pa' qué. Es que esto pa' qué. Pa' qué. Esto pa' qué. Los pasitos prohibidos. Traigan los bomberos. Que se queme el edificio. Se queme el edificio. El techo de la vecina está prendido. Avísale bien rápido para que no te haga un lío. Para que se te tranquila. Que hoy amanecemos y después vamos para el río. Esto es demasiado fancy. Demasiado flow. No es para que te canse. Es para que le dé con todo. Es que tú sientes algo raro, algo bien loco. Esto pa' que dance, pa' que le dé con todo. Es que esto pa' que, pa' que, es que esto pa' que, pa' que, esto pa' que, pa' que, es que esto pa' que, esto pa' que dance, 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 dance.
This for my city, this for the top, this for the top, this for the win, this for the win, this for the crown, this for the crown, this for my homies and bitches. They know that I love them, I got them, I'm holding it down. Shorty, you pretty, you come to my city. This for my city. We thank you for coming, we thank you for coming.
Well, we can finally say it. The NBA regular season is about to get underway. And here at 2K, how important, Greg, is it to a team's confidence to start the season strong?
Kevin, I think it means more if you're a young team. If your roster is filled with veterans, you're looking at the bigger picture.
So here is Miami's starting group. Klay Thompson is out there with Ricky Rubio. Then it's Zeller. Then there's Jimmy Butler. And it's Porzingis in at the power forward.
And looking like a young Dirk there. Markkanen is that coveted combination of size and shooting that many teams desire nowadays.
Outside, KD. Rebound by the Heat. Rubio outside. Outside, Porzingis lets it go with a three. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
And Porzingis, not only tall, but he has that high release point on his shot. Good luck blocking that.
Durant kicks to Johnson. Butler against Durant. Pass to Branham. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Over Thompson. Porzingis with the rebound.
Well, mid-range is where he makes the money. So when the D's slow to get out on him, always surprising to see him miss from there.
Rubio the pass to Porzingis. Off target with his three. The Pistons have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far.
And what I love about Markkanen, he takes care of the basketball, and that's a result of being patient, playing smart, and just generally getting his points within the flow of the offense.
Durant score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
Yeah, it's been years and years of coaches trying to figure out how you stop Kevin Durant. Just so long, so agile, and too good.
A three from Porzingis. That doesn't go either for Porzingis. The Pistons have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Rubio against Johnson. Back to KD. And a miss there on the triple. Miami's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Rubio against Johnson. Outside, Porzingis. Thompson finds Porzingis. Here's Rubio. Miami no good on that time either. Rubio against Johnson. Pass to Durant. Johnson sets the screen for Durant. A miss that time. Would have put him up.
His touch has left him in this quarter. Nowhere close to the kind of output they need from him.
Here's Thompson. The good-looking shot from the wing.
So quick and so good, Klay Thompson.
The Pistons trail it. And stolen by Zeller. Rubio against Johnson. Now, here's Rubio. He's guarded closely. Here's Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
And Rubio just waiting for the shooter to get open and then gets the assist.
And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Pistons. And timeout called by J.B. Bickerstaff. He wants to check in with his team and regroup.
Here we go, fans. Time to get hype. Everybody, it's the Pistons Hype Squad.
Detroit making a switch here. Smith has checked in. Heat also with a sub. Diaw's checked in. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. Rubio looking around. Pass to Diaw. The tray. That's in, coming off an assist from Rubio.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
And Dwayne Wade is the first Heat player to be honored with a statue. And Greg, that's pretty significant for a very successful franchise.
And Kevin, well deserved, right? D-Wade, the best player in franchise history. He helped bring 3 championships to the city. Plus, he's already got a street named after him.
And Rubio kicks to Butler. Shot clock at 6. Back to Rubio. Lets the 3 fly. Diaw can't hit.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
Inside, here's Anthony, and he finishes nicely on the layup.
Creating for others, that's when Kevin Durant just takes it to another level. He's such a great scorer, but working within the framework of the team that time.
Pass to Diaw. Rubio sets the pick for Diaw. Offline with his 3. Pistons trailed by 5.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Smith outside. The 3 ball. Rebound by the Heat. They can trade 2 for 1 here.
Would be the right move, I believe, right now.
Rubio the pass to Diaw. Sinks the 3-pointer. Diaw's got his second basket of the night.
Yeah, the D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
Branham can't get it to go.
Well, the D really getting away with one there. No one on him, and that's going to be good 9 out of 10 times.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Now, here's Thompson. Defense is right there. Zeller setting the pick for Thompson. And the Heat, another 3.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Yeah, if you walked in at any point during this game to watch 5 minutes of play, one team played harder. We know who that was.
And so it's Miami. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Heat.
Absolutely dialed in from beyond the arc so far in this one. The defense is surrendering the long-range shot here early on.
Well, they've also done a great job of taking turnovers and producing out of that, working really hard that they're not wasting extra chances that they're creating.
So with Thompson sitting on the bench, this is who Eric Spoelstra has on the floor. We've got Rodney Stuckey. Boris Diaw is out there with Sharp. And there's Porzingis, and it's Murray in at the point. Diaw for 3. Detroit with the rebound.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
And Moore kicks to Smith. And he banks in the layup.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
If we're going to talk about, the craftiest players, Brent, in the NBA, where would you rank C.J. McCollum?
CJ is one of my favorite guards in the league to watch. This guy is not overpowering physically, Kevin, but his efficiency and the way that he is so smooth on getting to his scoring zones is something that I don't think we appreciate enough.
Kicks it out to Markkanen. Olynyk against Porzingis. Here's Moutier. That 3 off the mark. The Heat leading by 9. Diaw down low. He's guarded by Markkanen. Stuckey outside. Diaw for three, and the three ball is good. Diaw's got 9.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
Down low, Porzingis with the steal. And it's Murray penetrating. Stolen by Markkanen. To the middle, and now the Pistons fast break. And the dunk by Olynyk.
Excellent effort from Kelly Olynyk. That time, coaches really appreciate the big guy who can run the floor.
Stuckey finds Diaw. Here's Murray. Got a piece of it. Moore against Sharp. Moore left side. Miami grabs the miss. Porzingis has got 4 rebounds in this game. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, if you want to win, of course, playing both ends of the floor is essential. Former Defensive Player of the Year Draymond Green says, we've seen teams for years make the mistake of thinking they can put a great offense out there and win. You run up against a team that's just competent offensively, but they play defense, you're going to lose. Kevin?
You got the 1-2 punch, as Draymond talks about. Man, that is something tough to get by. DA thanks. Greg, you look at today's point guards, so many different types that can be effective.
And there's a lot more freedom for point guards to kind of explore the parameters of their game. Sometimes it's steadying an offense. Other times it's to ignite it.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Daniel Tice. That is his first foul of the game. And for those of you just joining us, we're in the second quarter with about 3 minutes gone by. Baldwin the pass to Moore. 18 feet out. Nice spin off the left rim and in. Durant's got his second bucket of the night.
KD unafraid to get to the mid-range, and he can get there at will.
Pass to Tice. And here's Thompson with the shot. Rebounded by Moore. Smith outside. To the inside. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a three-point play. It goes on Cody Zeller.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
Looking at who's out there now for the Pistons. Branham's checked in, and it's Johnson in for Dennis Smith. The Heat also changing it up. Butler, he's checked in for Stuckey. And Ricky Rubio subbed in for Murray. The free throw off from Anthony. Brent, of all the things I could ask you, I've thought about this one. What would you say is the most important thing a team has to do to be an NBA champion?
Kevin, it's pretty simple. Accept your role. And when that happens, stars will be stars, and role players will be there to support the stars in any way they possibly can. But to accept your role and to sacrifice for the good of the team, it's going to give you a chance to hold that trophy.
The shot by Thompson, no good.
The defense is tough as it comes right there. He's a hard man to deny when he gets the ball to the rim.
Johnson outside. Stolen by Rubio. Butler on the wing. Nothing on the board. Rubio outside. 1:33 left to play here in the half. Shot clock at 5. Pass to Butler. Miami no good on that time either.
Probably not the shot that was drawn up for that possession, but you can't pass it up and you can't knock it down.
Durant kicks to Baldwin. Back to Durant. Here's Branham, defended by Butler. Fires the three. Sinks the triple. Branham's got his first 3 points of the game.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
Kicks it out to Rubio. Past the Butler. To the paint. Here's Thompson. Durant with the steal. 36 seconds left in the second quarter. Here's Branham. Baldwin the pass to Branham. Anthony with the screen on Butler. Here's Branham. No good off the front iron. And so it's Thompson with it. He'll bring it up for the Miami Heat. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. To end the cold streak. And so it's the Miami Heat with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. Looking good at this point, but wanting more. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Coach.
Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break.
Come one, come all. The 2K halftime is here, and so's our breakdown of the upcoming schedule. Let's check it out.
You look at the Pistons, like most teams right now, they're optimistic. We'll see how they handle the first couple of games.
Yeah, everyone starts out undefeated. It is a hopeful time of year for everybody. And circling back to the first half, things have not gone as planned for the Pistons.
You know, I love what they're doing, being patient on offense, getting high percentage looks, keep feeding the...
And that is a wrap. Now let's send you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. One of the stories here, Boris Diaw really getting it done today.
And the bulk of his damage so far has come from the perimeter. A lot of threes early on.
Yeah, he keeps tracking down those spots behind the three-point line and finding some open opportunities.
We've got Joel Anthony. Durant is out there with Markkanen. Then it's Johnson, and it's Branham in at the 2. And that's the group for J.B. Bickerstaff as we begin the second half. Durant inside. He's against Zeller. Thompson dishes to Rubio. Back to Thompson for 3. That's in, coming off an assist from Rubio. Rubio's got his 6th assist on the night. And Greg, for longtime Pistons fans, that bad boys era was so special.
I mean, Detroit's a tough, hard-working town, and those teams did have great talent led by Isaiah Thomas, but it was their physical, intimidating style of play that made them the bad boys.
That's good from Durant. And Greg, it didn't take long for Anthony Edwards to prove himself in the NBA.
There's so much to like about his game. As outstanding as his offense is, his defense cannot be overlooked. He is a lockdown presence when he needs to be.
Well, one of the most lethal players in the game. Durant loves being a nightmare to defend and winning these trips to the free throw line.
Nailed from three-point land.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Yeah, he's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away.
Markkanen kicks to KD. Muscling it in, Kevin Durant.
Not fair of a coach to send out one defender against Kevin Durant, skilled at fighting through whatever challenges the D wants to throw at him.
The wide open look here for Porzingis. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Pistons trail by 9. KD finds Johnson. Here's Branham. He's covered by Thompson. Branham, good. Branham's got 6.
That's just a lapse right there. No matter what, somebody has to be there and get a hand up in the shooter's face.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, DA?
Thank you, Kevin. Anthony Edwards is figuring things out. He said there's levels. My first few years, I looked for my shot and nothing else. I've learned that I can't win without my teammates and that I have to throw them the ball too. It's a team game. I know that now. Kevin, I know it too, so I'm throwing it back to you.
And you're the best teammate we could have. Thank you, David.
And a chance here to check out some stats on Klay Thompson. Some last season stats for him. And with that effortless stroke, he climbed all the way to the top 15 in three-point percentage.
And as you said, one of the more efficient scorers in the league last season. He showed great shot selection, terrific efficiency, and more often than not, he got it in there. Pistons trailed by 9. Outside, Markkanen. No good with the triple. For Miami, they've gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. Butler. And Durant sends it back.
Durant covering a lot of territory with his length.
And we got to take a second look to admire that outstanding block.
And that block might serve as a spark for this team. We'll see if it can ignite them.
And Thompson kicks to Porzingis. Back to Thompson. Clock at 6. Zeller setting the pick for Butler. And the Heat, another 3.
I don't think this is a conditioning issue, but they look like they've lost their legs here in the second half.
Johnson, the pass to Branham. Good D by Thompson. Miami leading by 12. To the middle, stolen by Markkanen. Now here's Johnson. Hasn't made one yet. Pass to Branham. Outside, KD. Over Butler. Detroit, no good that time either.
Maybe there are ways to contribute that don't involve shooting the basketball. That's the best way that maybe he can help them out in trying to win this game.
The shot by Thompson, no good.
And even though he didn't get a piece of that shot, you love the pressure he puts on the shooter.
Yeah, that's the kind of energy that you want to see on every possession throughout the game.
Pass to Branham. Jimmy Butler pulls it in. Butler's got 4 rebounds in this game. Rubio, the pass to Thompson. That's in, coming off an assist from Rubio. Rubio's got his 9th assist in the game now. And J.B. Bickerstaff is called a timeout. He wants to talk to his guys. New group in for the Heat. Daniel Tice is checked in for Cody Zeller. Diaw comes in for Porzingis. Sharp's checked in for Thompson. Rodney Stuckey subbed in for Ricky Rubio. Here's Smith. Well, Greg, they're looking to make some big stops here to halt this rally.
And luckily, time is on their side, but this is on them. They need to play smart here.
Pass to Branham. Olynyk, a screen on Butler. 5 on the clock. They need this. Yep, that one goes in there. Branham's got 8. A minute 20 left in the third. Olynyk against Stuckey. Diaw with it. Fires the three. Rebound by Olynyk. Smith against Stuckey. Olynyk, a screen on Stuckey. Down low. And the dunk by Olynyk.
Yeah, he can surprise you around the rim. Olynyk has some lift.
Smith against Stuckey. Oh, tough play by Butler.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half, sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
Pass to Baldwin. Moore against Sharp. And Moore kicks to Smith. Over Stuckey. And it's Smith missing.
Well, shots like that drive coaches batty. I'll be shocked if he attempts that shot again.
Diaw can't hit.
If you told me this was the kind of game he was going to have, I would not have expected them to be in front right now.
Olynyk the pass to Moore. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. Klay Thompson has been leading the charge for the Heat. And it was from three-point range where he did the most damage. He knocked down 3 in that quarter. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we know, is peripheral vision.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. So with Butler sitting on the bench, this is who Erik Spoelstra has on the floor. Boris Diaw is out there with Shaedon Sharpe. Then there's Rodney Stuckey. Then there's Daniel Tice. And it's Murray in at the 1.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
It's stolen by Moutier. Pass to Smith. Six to shoot. And with that one, the lead is trimmed to single digits. Smith's got 4 points now in the quarter. The Heat leading by 9. 60 seconds off the clock here in the fourth. Moutier against Stuckey. Over Moutier. And the shot is good from Stuckey. Stuckey's got his first basket of the night.
He didn't need to fade back. No one in his face, but he buried it anyway.
And here's Smith. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Heat.
Guys, the D hasn't had an answer for the three-point shooting, which is why they continue to just fire away from deep.
And the other thing about their game tonight that they've done a terrific job of is just moving the basketball around. That's how you rack up assists.
The Pistons making a change here. Sampson's checked in. The free throw drops for Smith.
And you know, known for that rim-rocking dunking ability. Smith Jr., though, a special talent. This is a guy who wants to keep getting better over time.
Murray the pass to Diaw. A three-pointer off the mark.
Well, there's more he could have done in this game for sure, but it hasn't kept them from pulling ahead.
The drive by Smith. To the wing on the left. Olynyk has the open look. It's good, the assist that time from Smith.
Well, they're getting stops, and they're attacking on the offensive end.
Yeah, coaching staff probably loves this, just grinding out defensive possessions, which is helping them get back into their offensive flow.
Here's Stuckey. And they pick up 2. And the Heat lead by 7.
They make it hard on Stuckey inside, but he has the agility to still finish.
Moutier finds Smith. Driving in, and he hammers that one down right on the face of Jamal Murray.
Yeah, you gotta love seeing the young fella dunk that one home. Smith likes to show off that incredible vertical.
And we'll have a timeout called by Eric Spoelstra. He knows every possession is critical now. And the Pistons, an entirely new group now out there. And some changes here for the Heat. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Well, during that break, Eric Spoelstra had some words for his team. Now, he kept it simple in the huddle. He said, play smart. If we don't beat ourselves, we walk away with the win. Keep it simple, and we got this. Back to you guys.
All right, thank you, David. And Thompson kicks to Butler. Two free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Felt like he was getting more and more hungry as he got closer to the rim. Jimmy Butler just tenacious there.
And so Butler nails both of them. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. Johnson against Rubio. Markkanen looking it over. Durant just inside the line. Can't nail the jumper.
Well, maybe not the best shot against that kind of defense, but he still has the ability to knock that kind of shot down.
Rubio against Johnson. And here's Porzingis for a 3. Rebound by the Pistons. Durant's got rebound number 5 here tonight. In close, Durant gets the bucket.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Outside, Porzingis launches a 3. That's in, coming off an assist from Rubio. Rubio's got assist number 10 tonight with that last one. Anthony sets the pick for KD. Unable to get that one. Some solid defense from Butler. The Heat leading by 8. And Rubio kicks to Butler. Pass to Thompson. Back to Butler. 6 on the shot clock. Zeller, a screen on Durant. Butler. Rebound by the Pistons.
Well, he finds some space in that in-between gap there. Too bad he can't release that one on target.
KD against Butler. Markkanen sets the pick for KD. Offensive rebound. Yep, it goes in, and the Miami lead is cut down to 6 on the bucket from Johnson.
And that's a great play on the backboard for him. I mean, it's what we expect. All his second chance points do not come by accident.
Zeller setting the pick for Thompson. Tries again, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
He drops the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's an 8-point game. Time running out for the Pistons. Now Durant. Anthony with the screen on Butler. Durant drives. And Anthony gets it to go on the assist by Durant.
Lead passes like that are so hard to defend. He never had to break his stride. So full speed, 2 points.
Thompson passes to Porzingis. Now Zeller. Marking it on the double team. Just 5 on the clock. Zeller dishes to Thompson. Tries it from 19. Perfect on the shot. Swishes it through.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Yeah, looking for a miracle worker out there is the opposing coaching staff. I don't know that they have one. This game seems to be well in hand.
Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over. 32 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Turning here to our analysts. What factors, guys, come to your mind?
Yeah, pure desperation right now. Do you think there's enough time?
Here's Durant. Zeller grabs the board.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
Well, he's missing, and it's starting to affect a little bit in his body language, and you just don't want to see that.
Saw the opportunity to put this away, and you could see the killer instinct take over.
Yeah, up until that point, a competitive game, but once they broke through that barrier, it was all them. Complete control.
Rubio, no good on the free throw. Greg, nothing short of some once-in-a-lifetime plays are going to save them now.
Yeah, the door is just about to close on this one. But hey, never say never.
And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win in the fashion they did, you have to feel good about it. Really an outstanding effort all the way around.
And that about does it for the first game of the new NBA season. So for David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, and the whole 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. We'll see you next time.
And it's our favorite day of the year at 2K Sports. At long last, it's time to roll the ball out there and get the new season of NBA back. We're excited to be here for opening day tip-off, Doris. It feels like the league is in a great place.
There is no doubt, BA, absolutely. To me, more talent in the league right now than potentially we've ever had before. And I don't just mean star talent. There's a depth of quality skill across the board. We know the shooting has revolutionized the game. It's going to be a fun year.
A look at the opening lineup for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Patrick Beverley out there with Kobe Bryant. Then there's Torian Prince. Then there's Ivica Zubac. And it's Tisdale in at the power forward position. Here's Kaman. Can't connect from short range.
That's their plan, to get him an opportunity to finish in tight. That's a miss they can live with.
And Zubac with the basket on the assist from Bryant.
Oh, my goodness, what a gritty finish from Zubac. Big fella, okay. Well, the coach loves this kind of ball movement. Anytime you create something inside the free throw line, you know it's a good look.
Curry against Beverley. Five to shoot. Here's Zubac, and it's slammed in by Zubac.
Well, Zubac's always around the rim. You love the quick strike there.
The grab, despite the Warriors' success over the last decade, it hasn't always been this way for this franchise.
Yeah, they didn't have many winning seasons before they got Steph, Clay, and Dre. And you know, BA, from 1978 to 2012, they made the playoffs just 6 times.
And here's Curry for 3. Gets the 3 to fall.
You cannot give Curry an inch. This guy is relentless when he's behind the arc.
Pass to Bryant. Deflected. Curry against Beverley. Now Hayward. Back to Curry. The 3. And the rebound goes to the Cavaliers. To the middle. Here's Bryant. Played it in with a nice touch off the window.
And they may have talked about shot selection coming into this.
Green against Bryant. They set the pick. Here's Curry. Gets some space and buries the jumper. Curry's got 5 points.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
And Kenny Atkinson has called a timeout. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments. And the Warriors making a change here. Morris has checked in, and Cleveland with a change here too. Ivy's checked in. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Bryant against Morris. Pass to Ivy. Zubac with a screen on Green. Here's Ivy, and here's Zubac. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. Grant, you look at the development path of Franz Wagner. Not surprising he had an easier transition to the NBA.
Well, think about this, BA. I mean, he played against men very early in Germany, splitting time in Euroball, and at Michigan let him really develop in multiple ways. So he's seen it all and is still so young.
And Zubac drops them both.
What you love about Ivica Zubac is he knows who he is. Big, strong body, mixes it up on the glass, sets solid screens. Just an understanding of who he is.
Inside. Poke loose. Stolen by Ivy. Here's Tisdale. Can't cash it in from close range. And it's Green with the ball for the Golden State Warriors. They trail by 1. Outside Curry. Lets it go from deep. And Ivy pulls it down. For Cleveland, they've gone 3 of 6 from the floor. And that one goes in as he's fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts the free throw.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Cavaliers.
Well, you got to be impressed with how selfless they've been so far. Their passing has been simply outstanding.
And they've also shown dominance in the paint so far tonight, really putting the work in down low.
And Doris, who can forget the 2016 Cavs, the team that brought Cleveland their first NBA title?
And not just basketball. The city hadn't won a championship, BA, in any sport for over 50 years. And for LeBron, a homegrown talent, to do that with Kyrie, that is a team that will always have a special place in Northeast Ohio lore.
Ivy's shot is off.
I know that he has the ability and confidence to sink that shot, but better luck next time, maybe.
And for most guys, I think you only want to take that shot if you've hit a few in a row. That is absolutely a heat check.
Here's Morris. Oh, nice finish from the low block. That one's good.
Well, this guy's a capable scorer from the interior. Marcus Morris, adept at using that size and touch to his advantage.
Here's Tisdale. Still no points. Beverly outside. Clock at 6. That shot is off. Excellent D there from Toppin. The Warriors have gone 4 of 8 and looking in control. Green for 3. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Curry.
To me, you've got to chase Danny Green off the line. Make this guy put it on the deck, because the three-point shot is his most dangerous weapon.
Pass to Bryant. Zubats with a screen on Morris. Bryant, the pass to Zubats. On the wing, Curry. 5 points in the game. And a slam dunk by Toppin.
Obi Toppin is a showman. Put him near the cup and watch what happens.
Here's Zubats. And here's Ivy. Green covering. Here's Tisdale. They can't stop the run with that one. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. No question, this offense has some firepower.
And they're looking very confident in all that they're doing right now.
Curry passes to Morris. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Kaman. It's rebounded by Zubats. Ivy outside. Drills it from deep.
There's no quitting this guy. He just gives you great effort, and he continues to give you great production.
It's a tie game in the Bay Area. And we'll get the second quarter underway. And some good action in the books as we get back to a game that's been pretty close so far here. And what do you guys think about the Warriors here in this one?
Well, it seems like they went in looking to do damage from long range, and they faced little resistance.
And that was obviously the plan coming in. Now the big question, can they maintain that efficiency from range as the game goes along?
On the court right now for Cleveland. Mitchell out there with Jaden Ivey. Then there's Prince. Then it's Wesley Matthews. Payton, no good. So it's the Cavaliers now. Prince down low, guarded by Morris. Missed it. Now 0 for 1 on this game. Mitchell against Garland. Pass to Hayward. And the basket's good. Off the assist from Garland.
Trading the lead back and forth. Neither side is willing to back down.
And right now you love the chess match, right? The ability of each side to adjust to what the other is doing.
Ivy against Garland. Ivy, left side. Here's Mitchell. Mitchell showing some muscle. Well, Grant, you played on some very tight-knit teams. Talk to us about chemistry.
Well, B.A., you know, in some sports, chemistry is not a big issue, but in basketball, it is huge. You have to trust and believe in your teammates, and it has to be a unit, not 5 separate individuals.
Hayward attacking. Misses from close range. And so Prince will bring it up for the Cleveland Cavaliers. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Well, the Warriors can be sloppy with the ball. Coach Kerr said, I don't mind turnovers that result from trying to make the extra pass. It's the ones that don't stand a chance to get through that bother me. If we just hit singles, we have so many playmakers and shooters that it's all going to come out pretty positively. Brian?
All right, Allie, thank you. Contact shot is off. The Cavaliers have gone just 1 of 3 to begin the second quarter. Payton against Mitchell. Pass to Ivy. Cleveland needs to get off a shot. Prince can't hit. And the Warriors shooting about 47%, a nice number. And Mikal Bridges, still one of the better wing defenders in the league, Grant.
Yeah, he's so great at pestering a shooter. Good lateral movement and wingspan makes him hard to get around. He might not be the best in the league, but he is well above average.
First one falls for him.
And what I appreciate about Gordon is he's a fighter, working his way back from that devastating leg injury in 2017. Still a solid contributor.
Ivica Zubac checked in for Cleveland. Bryant comes in for Matthews. The Cavs trailing. Ivy outside. Pass to Bryant. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen is the call. Here's a look at what's coming up for the Golden State Warriors. On Wednesday, they'll start out on the road to play the Rockets in Houston. Then on Monday, they'll kick off a homestand, starting with the Milwaukee Bucks.
What a great opportunity for this team to take a step forward. They have some tough road games coming up, and that kind of stretch can bring a team together. Winning some of these games would be huge for their overall confidence.
And the Warriors making a change here. Morris is checked in.
I really like how Marcus Morris plays within the offense. This guy is so solid at recognizing when he should give it up.
Ivy outside. Pass to Bryant. And a chance for a moment to check out the scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
They've done a great job facilitating so far. So moving the rock and finding the open man, just great selfless basketball.
Another big component of their early game tonight has been points off turnovers. Great job converting on those chances.
Free throw good. Bryant. Teague's checked in for Cleveland. No good on the second free throw. The Warriors lead by 3. Morris outside. Back to Curry. Stolen by Teague. Here we go. All alone. And the finish on the break with the slam.
Boy, Jeff Teague takes hold of that possession and does it all by himself. Nicely done.
Outside Garland. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Curry. Curry's got 4 assists in the game.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
Zubac. And it's slammed in by Zubac.
Yeah, what a feed from Ivy. These are the type of passes you love seeing from him. Garland against Ivy. Outside Curry from deep.
Oh, Curry, just nasty from downtown.
Well, if you offer no resistance defensively, he's going to knock down the three. It's really that simple, guys.
To the paint. Here's Bryant, and then Bryant with the dunk.
Well, Jeff Teague's such a good distributor. Always keeps his eyes up, surveys the floor, and gets it where it needs to go.
And Steve Kerr calls timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. All right, let's use this time to check out the teams with the most steals last year. The Cavaliers in 5th.
And this is a team that takes great pride in being aggressive on the defensive end. They take good risk and know when to go after opportunities for steals.
.146 left in the first half of basketball. Curry against Beverly. Good chance here for Hayward. Ooh, a little luck that time as it drops. Hayward's got 6 in the quarter.
Well, after a less than stellar start in the first quarter, you like to see that shot go down.
Bryant outside. This one for 3. And Toppin pulls it down. The Warriors lead by 4.
You know, I have to admire a guy like Anthony Simons. Early in his career, he was seen as undersized, but with his skill and pure athleticism, he balances the scales against bigger players, and he's become a ferocious scorer.
The Cavaliers have gotten 4 of 8 shots to drop in the second. Pass to Zubac. Rebounded by Kaman. Kaman's got 4 rebounds now. Hayward, the pass to Toppin. Can't hit from in close.
Yeah, we're not used to seeing him get bottled up like that. Wow.
Beverly into the lane. That one's good. And the assist to Bryant. Beverly's got his first basket.
This guy is such an intelligent guard. Patrick Beverly finding a driving lane and finishing.
Pass to Hayward. And we've got 28 seconds left in the first half. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The shot. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Prince has got 4 rebounds in the game. Now here's Bryant. Takes it inside. He got it up in time, but it would not fall for him. And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. The Warriors on top, up by 4. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports.
Hello, everyone, and welcome. Tonight's featured game sees the Cleveland Cavaliers in a tight one.
I like the way they've been running, pushing the ball, putting that defense on its heels.
Yeah, you love their tempo. When they play fast.
And looking ahead, here's what's to come later on tonight in the NBA. Over at Little Caesars Arena, the Pistons will face. Thanks for tuning in. Now it's time to head back over to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. Stephen Curry having a dominant impact in this game.
You just love his patience offensively in the first half. Waited until he got the looks he wanted.
You know, as a coach, you can preach good shot selection, but it's up to the players to execute, and this guy has done just that.
And so it's Green who brings up the ball for Golden State. They lead by 4. They've got the Rockets ahead of them next in Houston. It's a quick turnaround on the road. Just one game. Gordon Hayward is out there with Obi Toppin. then it's Green, then there's Stephen Curry, and it's Kaman in at the 5. And that's the group for Steve Kerr as we begin the second half.
There is nothing Steph Curry can't do on the floor. He is a Hall of Famer, and right now the defense has got to find a way to get him off balance.
Zubac with a screen on Green. And here's Bryant outside. Drops in the 3. Bryant's got 11 points.
Such an effective shooter. If you lose track of him defensively, he's gonna make you pay.
Outside, Green. Three-pointer, no good. The Cavaliers trail by 3. Here's Bryant inside, working on Green. Oh, nice shot by Bryant. 13 points in the game. Pass to Toppin. Here's Curry. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Curry's gotten 4 this quarter.
Boy, Curry just taking over and seemingly able to get anything he wants right now.
And Kenny Atkinson has called a timeout. He wants to review the game plan. And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. To the inside. Tisdale passes to Prince. Now Bryant. Green covering. Shot clock at 5. Bryant, no good.
Well, he's a quality mid-range shooter, but he can't get that one to go.
And Hayward, here we go. Banked it in off the glass. And now a 5-point Warrior lead.
A nice start to the third. 3 out of 4 and looking good doing it.
On the wing, Bryant. Beverly against Curry. Pass to Bryant. Deflects the pass. It's stolen by Green. Outside Curry. Kaman. And the rebound goes to Cleveland. Bryant outside. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by in the third quarter. Beverly, the pass to Bryant. And that one's on target from the wing. Bryant's got 7 points for the quarter. The Warriors lead by 3. And here's Curry. 14 points for him. Hayward for 3. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Curry. Curry's got his 6th assist of the night.
You know, if you're open, Stephen Curry has that team-first mentality. He will find you.
Prince finds Bryant. Back to Prince. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. It's on Stephen Curry.
The defense there doing whatever they can to protect the rim.
Cleveland shooting their 6th and 7th free throw shots in the game. And he makes a first.
And you watch Taurean Prince and how valuable he is to his team for a couple of reasons. Number one, he doesn't make a lot of mistakes. He defends at a high level, and he can really stretch the floor.
Morris, he's checked in for the Warriors. Garland comes in for Curry. Mitchell's checked in for the Cavs. Ivy comes in for Beverly. That one falls, so he hits both of them.
Well, this guy has multiple ways to get to the free throw line, and boy, has his stroke been on the money.
Garland against Ivy. It's Hayward on the wing. Out to Garland. Takes the 3. It's rebounded by Zubac. Zubac has got his 4th rebound in this one. Mitchell against Toppin. Mitchell, the pass to Ivy. he gets it to go. Ivy's got 5 points.
Oh, one of the better attackers of the rim. Ivy will not be stopped.
Hey, yo, right here.
Garland against Ivy. Hayward outside. Toppin, a screen on Mitchell. Got a hand on it.
How about Zubats? Worked so hard on the defensive end. Nicely done.
Ivy outside. And it's Gordon Hayward with the foul. That's his first foul of the game.
Second team foul. Substitution on the court.
There's a minute 40 left in the third. There's a screen. Just 5 to shoot. For the tie. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Warriors?
Well, the coaching staff has to love what they're seeing on offense. There's so many assists because how this team is moving the ball.
I think the other thing we're seeing tonight is the floor spacing of this team. Boy, they are shooting the cover off the basketball all game.
And the first one at the line is good. That one drops. He ties it up. Golden State has gone 4 of 9 so far from the perimeter. Now Garland. On the wing, Payton. Checked by Mitchell. Mitchell against Payton. Garland for 3. And the Warriors miss again.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Matthews passes to Mitchell. 52 seconds left to play in the third. For the lead. Oh, nice shot by Ivy. Ivy's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, showing a little versatility with their offensive attack. In the first half, it was about the 3 ball. In the second half, they've emphasized interior scoring.
Morris. And again, no good by Golden State. For Cleveland, they've got 5 of 6 shots to fall so far in the third. Mitchell, the pass to E. And he throws it down. What a terrific lead pass.
How good a playmaker are we watching? Always leading, always trying to create for others.
Outside Payton. To end the cold spell. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. He's got his first free throws of the night right here. And he knocks down the first one. And Cleveland making a change here. Good on both. We've got 13 seconds left to play in the third quarter. Here's Ivy. No good. Three-quarters of play and a close one here. Cleveland on top, up by 2. All right, we're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here for the start of quarter number 4 next. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
Nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Setting the floor for the Cavaliers. We've got Campaign. Josh Hart is out there with Wesley Matthews. Then there's Jaden Ivey. Hart can't hit. And so Morris will bring it up for the Warriors. Down low. Parked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call.
Boy, that's the last thing they needed. This game too close to be making those kinds of errors.
Roberson's checked in for the Warriors. Mitchell's checked in for Cleveland. The Cavaliers leading. On the wing, Ivey. Six on the shot clock. Here's Matthews. Buries it from three. Matthews got his first 3 points of the game.
That's a really good play call. Right where Matthews wants it. He's a master of the catch and shoot game.
Garland, the pass to Robertson. Outside Payton. Outside Garland. Here's Koncak. Lays it up and banks it in.
And you want him taking good shots at this point in the game, and that one was easy.
Boy, when it's this close, you try not to give up these kinds of buckets. Boy, you got to do better defensively.
Easy to see why Ivey's guys lob it his way. He's fantastic at capping off alley-oops.
Warriors trail by 5. On the wing, Payton. Check by Mitchell. Garland against Ivey. Garland, the pass to Koncak. Payton with it. And it's going to be a 3-second call. Both teams deciding to change it up. Cleveland leading by 5. Beverly with it. Pass to Ivey. Back to Beverly. Clock at 4. From down in the low post, it goes. And the Cavaliers lead by 7.
And they just continue to sharpen their offense here in the second half.
Ivey against Green. Outside Curry. There's a screen by Toppin. Curry takes it in.
There's a number of ways Steph Curry can finish the basketball. He's got English, he's got touch, he's got just about whatever you need to draw fouls.
At the line for 2, Stephen Curry.
He misses the free throw.
Boy, from the charity stripe, Stephen Curry will go down as one of the best to ever do it.
Gordon Hayward, he's checked in for Morris. And a switch here also for Cleveland. Prince is checked in for Ivey. He hits the second from the line. Cleveland leading by 6. Beverly outside. Bryant outside. Pass to Zubats. Here's Prince. 4-3. Tries again. Zubats' shot is off. The Warriors have gotten just one shot to fall out of 3 attempts in the fourth.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Beverly against Curry. Bryant left side. Ooh, he's now 7 for 12.
This is what we call highly efficient play. Working off the screen, getting to the cup.
Hayward against Prince. Curry looking it over to the left wing. Pass to Hayward. Here's Kaman. He's guarded by Zubac. And it's Green missing.
What a nice individual defensive effort right there. Did a great job contesting.
Zubac finds Bryant. Back to Zubac. Second chance effort. And he's going to the line for two. The official saw contact while he was going up.
Make no mistake, with that frame and that touch, Zubac's a tough cover in close.
At the line for the Cavs, Ivica Zubac, taking 2 shots.
He drops the first one, and that'll put him up by 9. And Kenny Atkinson has called a timeout. He was quite emphatic, demanding the timeout, clearly wanting to address strategy with his team. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Well, over the break, I did listen in on Kenny Atkinson's huddle. And they told the team, let's keep doing what we're doing. We're up. Do not forget that. They told their team to just relax, to have fun, and to finish this one out. We'll see if they do, guys.
Okay, thank you, Allie. Hayward against Prince. There's the 3. And Hayward hits from deep.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
Green against Bryant. Up top, Zubac. Pass to Tisdale. Beverly for 3. Cleveland again missing. Warriors trail by 6.
You know, I think it's desperation time for them.
I'll tell you, you need absolute perfection on every possession. That's what it's going to take here.
That's why you keep your head up. If the assist is there, you can pounce.
Here's Bryant inside. Green covering. Bryant, no good. Absolutely no room for error.
Everything has to almost fall perfectly for them to pull this out.
And Green comes to help. Pass to Tisdale. Beverly on the wing. And here's Bryant. The 3 is up. Sinks it from distance. And the Cavaliers lead by 7. Time called here. The Warriors decide to talk it over. They're behind by 7. All right, guys, what do you think?
Too little, too late. Making a change won't save them now.
Well, I think he might just want to remind these guys, hey, let's finish the game the right way.
Hayward for 3. It's rebounded by Zubac.
He's got a great defensive mind. He gets good position and affects the release.
And he did it without fouling, and that's become an art, changing shots without making contact.
And so it's Cleveland winning this one. They played the villain tonight, and they played it well.
Yes, they did.
Thanks, Allie. Great interview once again. That concludes the first game of the NBA season. For Allie LaForce, Doris Burke, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson alongside our 2K Sports crew, thanking you for watching. So long, everyone.
making us no
Let's meet the visiting Minnesota Timberwolves. At shooting guard, Marcus Banks. At center, Bismack Biyombo. At the other guard position, Muggsy Bogues. At small forward, Scottie Pippen. At the other forward position, Karl Malone. The head coach of the visiting team is Chris Finch. And now, your Charlotte Hornets starting five. At point guard, at 6'6", number 3, Lonzo Ball. Starting at small forward, standing 6'8", number 41, Antoine Walker. Man in the middle, 6 feet 10 inches, number 12, Steven Adams. At the other guard position, at 6'3", number 4, Joe Dumars. The other forward, 6 feet 10 inches, number 1, Jabari Smith.
Welcome, everyone, to a brand new season of NBA basketball. And this season's still very young. Greg, what are you looking forward to this year?
Well, Kevin, I'm always interested in the rookies, seeing which guys step up. The leap to the NBA can be a huge one, so you never know what'll happen with some of these young players.
And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. They've got Pippen, Bogues out there with Marcus Banks, and there's Bismack Biyombo, and it's Malone in at the 4 slot. Now here's Adams. Ball with the bucket.
And I tell you, Ball has really perfected that unorthodox style with the jumper, quick at getting it off as well. The D really stands no chance.
Here's Pippen. On the wing, Malone. Covered by Smith. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Jabari Smith picks one up. One of the best 3 and D wings in the league. Well, let's start with OG Anunoby, who excels from the corner.
And Kevin, about 45% on quarter threes the last couple seasons. So OG can space that floor horizontally. That's in addition to his elite defensive ability.
And both free throws good for Malone.
And Malone, a remarkable power forward. His footwork, incredible. And that jump shot is wet.
Now, here's Dumars. Outside, Ball. Dumars a screen on Bogues. Here's Ball. Here's Smith. The kick out to Walker. Back to Smith. Charlotte moving the ball around. Just 4 to shoot. Tries yet again. And Dumars gets it to go.
Well, the defense can't lose track of him. He's just too talented offensively.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Caught up with Coach Charles Lee, and I asked him, how do you contend with the size and skill of Victor Wembanyama? He said, every night we see this guy do something no one has ever seen before. It's kind of like dealing with the unknown. A whole new kind of player needs new schemes. So we'll see some inventiveness out there on the defensive side tonight, Kevin.
Thanks so much, David.
Not the last time we'll see that. Adams is so powerful and loves to take it to the defense.
The Hornets shooting their first free throws here tonight.
Taking 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
And the first one at the line is good. So with Brandon Ingram's height and his shooting ability, Stan, he can get about any shot he wants, can he?
Yeah, Kevin, any shot at any time. You know, his ball handling is a lot better than people think. He can get to his spots on the floor. And a little bit like Kevin Durant, he can just rise up over people. And he's got a great ability to make really tough shots look easy.
What a fun player to watch. Now, here's Bogues. He wants to get it to Biyombo and does. The rebound by Steven Adams.
The defense does just enough to alter that shot.
Takes it inside. Here's Dumars. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
Yeah, well, his offensive contributions are going to be very important in this game. So it's good they've already got him in a rhythm.
Now, here's Malone. Bogues with it. Knocks it loose. And that one goes out of bounds. They say last touch by ball. Reggie Williams, he's checked in for Marcus Banks.
Number 34, Reggie Williams.
Outside Williams. Dumars against Pippen. Clock at 6. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
And I like what the defense is thinking here, but Pippen gets physical inside and insists on getting to his shot.
All right, Stan, let's put that coaching hat back on you. How in the world would you game plan for a player like Victor Wembanyama?
Well, that's a great question, Kevin, and there are no great answers because he's so good. I think when you're guarding him, you want to be as physical as you can and keep him as far away from the basket as possible to negate his length. Defensively, or when you're on offense, his defense, I think you want to use his instincts to block shots against him, take the ball at him, draw him, and get the ball to open people.
That sounds like a good plan.
Yeah, but if it were that good, it would work more often against a guy that good.
Smith for 3. Hits it from three-point range.
Supreme confidence. Smith really stretches the floor with his ability to shoot.
Outside Pippen. Pass to Williams. Shoots over Walker. Williams can't hit.
Well, the analytics don't like it, but if the defense is giving it up, I like that shot selection despite the miss.
Now, here's Dumars. Out of bounds, Minnesota takes possession.
And here's a look at stats for Adams. How he did last season. 4th in steals, and he's a shot blocker as well. Top 20 in that category last season. Great timing and challenges at the rim.
And as you pointed out, he was top 5 in steals last season. Just a lethal combination of great physical ability and acute mental preparation. And the Hornets making a change here. Okongwu's checked in. Malone, a screen on Dumars. Pippen kicks to Bogues. And so it looks like the Timberwolves will retain possession here. A sensational block that definitely deserves another look.
And making a statement right away, letting them know they won't get any easy ones when he's around.
Here's Pippen.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
Charlotte leading by 4. Walker the pass to ball. And here is Okongwu. There's a minute 47 left to play in the first quarter. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Dumars. Nice D from Pippen.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
Bogues dishes to Williams. Pass to Malone. Ring shot on the way. The Hornets pull it in. Adams has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Walker in the post. Bogues defending. Shot's good by Walker. Timberwolves trail by 6. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Here's Pippen. That's good, and he's now 3 for 4 from the field. Charlotte has gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Dumars the pass to Okongwu. Right side, Ball. Outside Dumars. 6 to shoot. Pass to Okongwu. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
First personal foul.
That one on Malone.
Team foul. Minnesota foul. Karl Malone. First personal foul. Second team foul.
And he's got his first free throw of the game.
You know, this is not an area where they expect him to contribute. You know, he's a guy that shot below 70% last season.
Shooting 2.
And that one falls for Okongwu. So an almost entirely new group in now for Charlotte. Jabari Smith, he's jacked in for Steven Adams. Justice Winslow comes in for Walker. Jetty Osman, he's jacked in for Joe Dumars. And it's Heinrich in for Ball. So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. Timberwolves trail by 5. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Williams kicks to Russell. There's 14 seconds left in the first quarter. No one covered.
And still growing, still learning, but the signs of becoming a top-flight scorer are there for D'Angelo Russell.
Here's Smith. On target from 13 feet. Smith's got his second basket of the night.
And knocking down shots in the mid-range area really forces teams to have to adjust their defense.
Well, look, he's got the link to get that shot off regardless of how the defense plays.
And we reached the end of the first quarter. Hornets ahead. They're up by 5. And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And let's quickly break down the game, guys, we've been watching from the Hornets.
You could see they were well prepared defensively coming into this one.
KYP, know your personnel. So far, good attention to the scouting report.
On the court for Minnesota, D'Angelo Russell out there with Marcus Banks. Then it's Williams. And it's Klein in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Greg, every year, injuries are a huge factor in shaping the title race. And I'm guessing that teams should probably put more of a premium on durability. What do you think?
Well, Kevin, I think all GMs take that into account. A team wants to be confident it'll have a stable roster over the course of a long season.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Now, Pascal Siakam is nominally a power forward, but his versatility at both ends of the floor allows him to play a number of roles. Siakam says that's where the NBA has been going. It's always positionless basketball, and I feel like I can do anything. And in today's game, Kevin, that means tremendous value for Siakam. Back to you.
Doesn't it? My goodness, David, he is something else. Thank you very much. Pass to Smith from the arc. Rebounded by the Timberwolves.
I can't believe he missed that 3. Regardless, that's not a shot the defense should be giving him.
Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Left side, Banks. 5 to shoot. And here's Russell, guarded by Heinrich. Russell, no good. Charlotte leading by 3. There's the triple. And Heinrich gets it to go down on the assist by Smith. Heinrich's got 6 points in the quarter.
He sure got rid of it quickly there. I mean, Heinrich barely had possession before letting it fly.
And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. Adams is checked in for the Hornets. Lonzo Ball comes in for Jetty Osman. Wilkins is checked in for the Timberwolves. Fred VanVleet comes in for Marcus Banks. Pass to Williams. VanVleet kicks to Williams. Back to VanVleet. Inside. Fires from deep. The rebound by Steven Adams. Adams has got 5 rebounds tonight. Smith outside. Pass to Heinrich. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
A steady hand at the guard spot. Kirk Heinrich won't beat himself. It really forces you to stop him.
Take a break. Take a break.
And the first one drops.
What you love about Heinrich is that he knows his role, which is to help orchestrate the offense and stretch the floor with his shooting.
Biyombo is checked in for Minnesota. Malone comes in for Fred VanVleet. He hits both from the stripe.
Well, he's been very good at the line, and we all know free throws can make or break you in the end.
Pass to Wilkins. Williams against Winslow. Malone outside. Now Williams. Malone outside. Outside Russell. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. Top of the key. Malone can't hit.
Yeah, I'm not sure that's the look they want. It's tough working the mid-range area.
Ball, the pass to Smith. Heinrich with it. He's guarded by Russell. Adams sets the pick for Heinrich. Back to Smith. Shoots over Malone. And good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. Smith's got the lead up to 10 now for the Hornets. Stan, I look at your list of players you've coached, some incredible scores along the way, including Brandon Ingram. Let's zero in on him. What makes him so good?
Well, Kevin, look, when you've got Brandon Ingram's size, and then you have the ability to get where you want to go on the floor, and you can just get to that spot and rise up above people and knock down shots, you're virtually impossible to stop one-on-one, and that's what Brandon Ingram has.
What a talent. And some changes here for the Hornets. Okongwu's checked in for Smith. Walker comes in for Winslow. And it's Dumars in for Kirk Heinrich. The Timberwolves also changing it up. Pippen's checked in for Williams. Banks comes in for Wilkins. And it's Bogues in for Russell. Pass to Malone. And nothing is falling for him right now. Hornets leading by 13. Outside, Ball. Dumars dishes the ball. Banks against Dumars. Minnesota with the rebound.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
To the inside, and it's Biyombo with the jam.
And Bogues, no doubt, terrific at his ability to dish the rock. His vision is off the charts.
Dumars, the pass to Okongwu. Pass the ball. Lets it go from deep. And another 3 for Charlotte.
Well, it's a three-point shooting league. Guys like him are so important for spacing.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Malone, a screen on Ball. Here's Bones. Not going to fall. Starting off slow, he misses his first three from the floor.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
He takes advantage of them in every way possible.
And Greg, he lures them into a trap on the steal, and then bang, straight to the bucket.
Turning great defense into great offense. That's the kind of stop you're looking for.
And Adams kicks to Okongwu. There's Ball with the three. That's Biyombo with the rebound.
Well, clearly it hasn't been his best game offensively, but collectively, they've still found a way to get the lead.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Malone sets the pick for Pippen. Shoots. Not enough on that one as it misses. And so it's the Charlotte Hornets enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. They've been playing some ferocious defense. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing. Thank you, David, and we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
Please direct your attention to
I think for the Timberwolves, they don't get their home opener until next game. But tonight, they start this new season on the road, kind of like Kenny storming into the kitchen and trying to take all my barbecue chicken.
That's because you're in my building, and I'm eating all the barbecue chicken, big fella.
Let us take some time now to talk about the first half, a commanding performance for the Charlotte Hornets. And that'll do it for halftime.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. We're seeing, guys, a tremendous game from Jabari Smith.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
Yeah, it's not like he's getting everything at the rim. He's playing smart and just taking what the defense gives him.
Joe Dumars is out there with Lonzo Ball. Then it's Smith. Then it's Walker, and it's Adams in at the 5. So that's the Hornets 5. Hornets leading by 12. Smith dishes the ball. Back to Smith. And Adams kicks the ball. Adams with the screen on Bogues. Ball from long range.
That is a textbook block out to secure the rebound.
Pippen, the pass to Malone. Back to Pippen. Outside Banks. From deep three-point land. Hornets with the rebound. Smith's got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
Ball with the bucket.
Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
Well, it's not going to get any easier if they can't improve their defensive intensity. They got to show some fight.
High post, Pippen. Malone passes to Banks. Shoots the 3. Rebound by Smith.
That halftime break didn't seem to do them any favors. Starting off the second half with 3 straight misses.
Here's Dumars. And it's Biyombo with the rebound. Timberwolves trail by 14. GA, as you know, Jalen Brunson is a second-generation NBA player.
Yeah, his dad, Rick Brunson, was an 11-year vet who also played overseas and eventually settled in as a coach in this league. So Jalen grew up in those NBA locker rooms.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. For the NBA, content continues to be king. Commissioner Adam Silver says the biggest issue for streaming services is what's called churn. To cancel is just a click. So it's more pay for play these days. We have to focus on people staying with you and having great content throughout the year. Kevin?
Yeah, you know, he's doing a great job, isn't he, David? Thank you so much. Banks against Dumars. Puts up a 3. And the shot is good. The Hornet lead has been cut to just 9 on the basket from Banks.
And for the defense, that is a heart-sinking moment when you see him that wide open from beyond the arc.
Smith dishes to Dumars. Screen by Adams. Dumars the pass to Smith. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%, 5 for 7. And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys.
Get ready, everyone. You see yourself on the screen, and you show us your best moves. Let's go.
Winslow's check in for Walker. With a break in the action, let's show you the teams with the most second chance points last year. 5th on the list, the Hornets.
That's an effort stat for me. I mean, it shows you how hard this team works in the paint. They continue to pound the backboard.
3rd quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. Pippen misses.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Outside, Ball. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Here we are, Stan, seeing more and more great international players in the NBA. And you've had a chance to coach some of the good ones as well.
Well, yeah, look, Kevin, you're right about the league now. We see every year, it seems like, the MVP is an international player. I had Hito Turkoglu as a big part of what we did in Orlando.
Yes.
Was the most improved player in the league one year and a key part of our team that made it to the finals. 6'10", highly skilled, very versatile guy. There are great players coming from everywhere in the world.
And Biyombo has it in the corner.
Two minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Pass to Klein. Over Smith. Klein, no good. And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for the Charlotte Hornets. Since halftime, they've only allowed 5 points.
He's been reliable from the floor, and that's reflected on the scoreboard.
Timberwolves trail by 13. Here's Klein. They get a hand on it. It's stolen by Smith. To the middle. Here's Dumars. Adams controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
I have to put a body on Adams. He's too good of an offensive rebounder to not pay attention.
Minnesota's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Pass to Russell. Williams kicks to Russell. It's good. Great play by Williams to set it up. Russell's got 8 points.
Wow, something's brewing, guys. The three-pointers just continue to flow.
Dumars the pass to Ball. Dumars a screen on Russell. Here's Ball. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
And a moment to check out Bismack Biyombo here. Last season's performance for him, and he did his share on the glass, battled his way into the top 15 in rebounds per game.
And anytime you take it inside against him, you know it may be coming right back the other way. He was a nasty, nasty shot blocker last season. The first one falls.
I tell you what, it's scary when you think about how much room Ball has to grow, when you factor in how efficient he is already.
Here's what Charlotte's going with right now. Okongwu comes in for Adams, and it's Heinrich in for Smith. Minnesota also making some changes. Wilkins is checked in for Bismack Biyombo, and it's Fred VanVleet in for Pippen.
And missing opportunities here to extend that lead at the free throw line this half.
Wilkins finds Russell. Van Vliet with it. Wilkins passes to Van Vliet. Back to Wilkins. Shot clock at 6. Here's Russell. Hornets with the rebound.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Here's Heinrich. That shot is off. Excellent D there from Williams. Outside Russell over Heinrich. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And so it's Charlotte looking at a 13-point lead heading into the next quarter. They have made it very... And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, he puts that pass right on the money and made things look easy for his teammate.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. And a look at the 5 for the Timberwolves to start the 4th. We've got Fred Van Vliet. Wilkins is out there with Williams. Then it's Russell. And it's Klein in at the 5 spot. Here's Heinrich. And he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
It really polished offensively. Heinrich is more than ready to take that mid-range.
Williams passes to Van Vliet. Back to Williams. Takes the 13-footer. Good, and Van Vliet gets the assist.
That's just poor defense there. You can't give up these kind of looks from the mid-range.
Okongwu finds Winslow. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Second personal foul.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for Charlotte.
Well, they've been absolutely on fire from deep. And until the defense offers more resistance, the coaches are going to keep encouraging them to let it fly.
They took what the defense gave them tonight, and that was the mid-range. I mean, very consistent from that part of the floor.
Man, we're seeing some big paydays for NBA head coaches these days, Stan. Do you miss it?
Do I miss the paychecks?
Yeah,
payday was always really good in the NBA. No question about that.
What about now, though? What about now?
Well, it's gone through the roof, but look, the trade-off is the paydays are big, but there's not a great deal of job security, Kevin.
Outside Williams. Wilkins against Okongwu. Wilkins can't get it to go.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
Yeah, it's one of those heat check shots, and heat check is a synonym for bad shot.
And that one's good. Osman.
Late reaction defensively, he quickly takes advantage, grows their lead.
Timeout. Yeah, look, the truth is, he doesn't need much space anyway. But that one was too easy.
And the Hornets making a change here. Ball's checked in. And the Timberwolves also making a change. Malone's checked in. Just over a minute and a half played here in the 4th. Pass to Van Vliet. Back to Williams. To the paint. Here's Klein. Rebound by Smith. Smith's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Now Winslow. He's guarded by Williams. Clock at 6. And the shot is long. Timberwolves trail by 17. Wilkins outside. Okongwu against Malone. Van Vliet outside. Malone sets the pick for Van Vliet. Over Heinrich. Van Vliet can't get it to go. Charlotte leading by 17. Winslow kicks to Heinrich. Ball feeling it out a bit. Takes the three. A rebound by the Timberwolves.
Well, sometimes it's just not your night. But despite his struggles, they're ahead in the game.
Here's Malone. And he can't stop this drought. Another miss. And it's Smith with the ball. He brings it up for the Charlotte Hornets. 17-point lead, their biggest. Count it.
Yeah, scouts have said Smith needs to get stronger, and maybe that's the case, but, boy, he sure muscled that one in.
And some changes here for the Hornets. Adams, he's checked in for Okongwu. Walker comes in for Justice Winslow. And it's Dumars in for Kirk Heinrich. Free throw good, Smith. And the league trying to get a bit more competition in the All-Star game. Greg, you got any ideas there?
Well, cash prizes seem to work well for the in-season tournament. Even a little something might help up the ante just a bit.
Bogues against Ball. Here's Banks. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock. Here's Ball. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. Pass to Smith. Back to Ball. It's good, the assist that time from Smith.
And what focus through the finish there. Ball may be young, but nothing seems to rattle him.
And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. He has decided it's the right time to talk. And now
Scotty. Watch the pick. Joe! Woo! Scotty!
The Bucks are always hyped to play in front of their home crowd, and tonight's no different. Some confident players coming through the tunnel earlier. Welcome, everyone, to a new season of the NBA. I'm sure you're as excited as all. Grant, nothing quite like the first game of a brand new season. So many possibilities.
Well, you know, BA, for the players, you're excited and relieved at the same time. You get to see all the hard work you put in during the offseason pay off.
A look at the starting group here for Denver. We've got Carmelo Anthony, Devin Vassell out there with Victor Oladipo. Then there's Zach Collins, and it's Camby in at the 5.
Can't sleep on McCollum, not even for a second, because that's when he strikes.
So it's Denver now, after the basket by Milwaukee on the other end. And the 3 off target. And it's Murray with the ball for Milwaukee. Out to the right wing. Pass to Calderon. Picked by Murray. 6 to shoot. Here's Calderon. He's guarded by Oladipo. And Collins with the big block. About a minute into this first quarter. Oladipo outside. Sends it home from three-point land.
Seems to get better every year from outside. Oladipo feeling comfortable pulling the trigger.
McCollum outside. Denver grabs the miss. This, of course, their first opportunity to play Milwaukee this season.
And it's no surprise they won the season series last year. They put more talent on the floor.
Yeah, there's a reason they were a playoff team. I mean, they beat the teams they were supposed to. We'll see if they can do it again tonight.
Denver shooting their first foul shots of the night.
You know, they would love to post a similar percentage again this season. I mean, I think that's safe to say they'd love to shoot free throws as well as they did a year ago.
Free throw is good from Collins. He's perfect from the line this time. First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone by. There's a screen. Here's McCollum. And the Bucks miss again.
Boy, not the kind of start they wanted. Only 1 for 4 so far.
Anthony finds Vassell. Oladipo outside. To the inside. Pass to Camby. Collins outside. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Oladipo. Antetokounmpo with the block.
You can see Giannis learning how to make good use of that exceptional length with that block right there.
McCollum on the wing. He's guarded by Vassell. McCollum against Vassell. Now here's McCollum. Defense is right there. Nice D from Vassell.
1 of 5 to start the game. They have to slow down and just play their brand of basketball.
Just over 2.5 minutes played here in the first. Hits the trifecta.
Good to see Anthony knocking down that 3. When he does this, the offense becomes even more potent.
Here's Calderon. Pass to McCollum. Looking to end the run. That won't go either for McCollum.
If this quarter is any indication, he's not going to be the guy to turn this game around in their favor.
Oladipo, the pass to Anthony. Basket is good with the setup from Oladipo. Anthony's got 6.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
Sadiq Bey, he's checked in for Murray. And a quick check now on the teams that led the league from the charity stripe a year ago. Number 5, the Nuggets.
Free throw shooting for this team has become a real priority. They've put in the work, and they make the most of their opportunities at the stripe.
The Bucks trail by 9. McCollum outside. From downtown. And Camby pulls it down.
He's lost his rhythm completely this quarter, but he's determined to stay after it.
You know, Clark, something Kentavious Caldwell-Pope brings, that championship experience.
And every championship team has a guy like KCP, a guy who can make shots, who's always there, ultra reliable, plays both ends, doesn't step out of his role, and all he does is help you win championships. I love watching guys like that contribute in a meaningful way to championship teams. And he's a fun guy to watch because he does his job at a high level pretty much every night.
Right wing. Pass to Bey. Out to the wing. 1:52 left to play in the first quarter. Gets the 3 ball to go.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Now here's Oladipo. For 3, Anthony. Noah grabs the board. McCollum taking his time here. Pass to Noah. Bey outside. A minute 22 left in the first quarter. There's McCollum with the 3. Rebounded by Denver.
Well, I admire the fact he's trying to power through this rough stretch, but on occasion you'll have periods like this.
Now Oladipo. 3-pointer, Anthony. Noah grabs the board.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Here's Oladipo. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Sometimes it's about presence, and Oladipo has it. Really willing himself to the line and going right into the defense that time. He forced the foul.
He's getting his first free throw attempts of the night now. The first free throw is good.
Well, you know, from role player to star, Oladipo's transformation has been remarkable. I mean, he's a guy who is really hungry to be an all-time great.
That misses, so he splits the free throws. The Bucks trail by 7. Outside Fultz. Pass to Murray. Outside Fultz. 4 on the clock. Fires top of the key, and that's good for 2. 3 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Anthony outside. Here's the 3. Can't get it to drop. Milwaukee has gone 2 of 5 from deep. Outside Murray. Oladipo against Fultz. Driving inside. They kick it out to Murray. Here's Brown. And it goes! He gets it! Wow!
And just nails the 3. Way to close the quarter.
Talk about lifting up a team and energizing them at the end of a quarter. A 3 at the buzzer, that'll do it.
A big time. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even on the scoreboard so far. And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Nuggets.
Well, they found a groove, and it's from distance, so knocking them down from the three-point land never hurts.
One other thing they've done really well, moving the ball around. They've done a nice job not settling for that initial option and making that extra pass.
Sadiq Bey out there with Murray. Then there's Markelle Fultz. Then there's Christian Brown. And it's Perkins in at the center position, locking down the middle. So that's who Milwaukee starts the second with. Now here's Fultz. And they're unable to get the tying bucket there.
You look at him, and he's a little hit and miss from there, even without a defender in his face. No guarantee. Carmelo Anthony showing you his passing skill there.
And so it's Fultz who brings it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. Trailing by 4. It's off to Philadelphia after this game, where they'll face the 76ers. And that'll be their only game on the road before heading back home.
Well, you've got to be there defensively. I mean, that's an easy mid-range jumper that he'll typically drain.
Williams' shot is good.
The defense really fell apart there. You can't afford to leave them all alone at the arc.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Brian, Tyrese Halliburton, an all-star starter last season, is not done yet. He said, quote, "I want to be a champion, a Hall of Famer, and one of the greats. I want the next generation to talk about my ability as a basketball player. That's definitely the goal, and I don't ever set limits." Brian?
Allie just scratching the surface. Thank you. Good stuff there. Here's Anthony. After the basket by Milwaukee on the other end.
Just hasn't found much consistency from the floor, but his teammates have picked up the slack.
And Clark, a big part of Tyrese Halliburton's effectiveness, he is tall for a point guard.
Yeah, and you see that across the league, Brian. More and more teams making sure they get size on the perimeter. I mean, they're looking for length in the backcourt, and if you can find it in your point guard, that's even better. And Tyrese Halliburton, a poster guard for long, elite-level point guards.
Here's Ntilikina. No points yet. No good with the triple. Here's Brown. All right, for those just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second. And it's all from three-point range.
Defense dodged a bullet that time. Total breakdown.
Lewis. Oh, a beautiful reverse layup.
He drops yet another dime, just facilitating this offense like a maestro.
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
And a timeout called here by Doc Rivers. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. So both teams making some changes here. Looking at last year, here were the players that led the way in terms of overall scoring. Third, Carmelo Anthony.
This is a guy who never took a night off. You look at his numbers and you know that he put in a tremendous effort every single game.
And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second. Bey finds Antetokounmpo. Fultz against Oladipo. Here's Noah, and that one is stuffed right through.
He knew exactly where his man was going to be. Outstanding lead pass.
Up top, Vassell. No points so far. The floater, and it's rejected.
Excellent timing that time from Fultz. And I like the edge that he plays defense with. That's impressive for a young guy.
The Bucks trail by 5. Bay passes to Fultz. To the left side wing. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed here in the second quarter. The Nuggets have gotten 5 of 8 attempts to drop since the second began. And here's Oladipo. Three-pointer, Anthony. Noah grabs the board.
After nailing 3 trays to start this game, he's gone silent here in the second quarter.
Fultz is good. Well, Grant, as you always say, in the playoffs, you need a player who can score in isolation.
That's true, B.A. And in a 7-game series, defenses disrupt your set offense. If your stars can go mano-a-mano and create something out of nothing, that's often the best you can get. Another triple for him. His 4th of the night after that monster first quarter where he hit 3 of them.
Screen by Antetokounmpo. Bay, good. Bay's got his first points in this one.
When Bay gets hot, he doesn't slow down. And we're seeing what he can do with his confidence.
Pass to Anthony. Launches a 3. Basket is good with the setup from Oladipo. Oladipo's got his 3rd assist of the night. To the middle. Oh, Giannis, a rim rocker.
The combination of size and elite athleticism on full display from Giannis there.
And so it's Michael Malone here calling timeout. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. And Denver making a change here. Lewis is checked in.
Substitution on the court.
Bucks on D. It's a 5-point game. And that one is hammered home.
Need to do more than that to keep him from getting the ball in the post.
Exactly. I mean, deny him the ball in the first place. Don't let him get it.
Pass to Murray. Now here's Antetokounmpo. Yes, sir! Giannis showing the range.
That is a good sign for Giannis as he continues to develop his three-point shooting.
Oladipo outside. Inside. Here's Lewis. McCollum defends. Clock at 6. For 3, Oladipo. It's Milwaukee with a rebound. 26 seconds left in the first half. Pass to McCollum. Here's Calderon. Back to McCollum. The Bucks need to get up a shot here. From 20 feet. No good that time.
Well, I like the defense there. Right up in his grill, didn't give him a chance.
And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very close so far. It's Denver up 4. We'll get right back to the action when we return.
Welcome to our half, swerving off topic for a moment. I need you guys to weigh in on this. Is a hot dog a sandwich?
Oh, man, it's a hot dog.
And fellas, you take a look at the Nuggets. A close game so far through the first half.
They've been playing very unselfish. I'm telling you, these guys.
Thanks for tuning in. Now it's time to head back over to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one, as both teams trying to gain an edge. Boy, you gotta like what Carmelo Anthony has done in this game.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of it.
Getting underway in the second half. Here's the 5 for Michael Malone. Zach Collins out there with Carmelo Anthony. Then there's Devin Vassell. Then there's Victor Oladipo. And it's Camby in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
Boy, I love how unselfish Oladipo is. Great at getting his teammates involved in on-time, on-target passes.
Back to McCollum. Here's the pick. Spins. Antetokounmpo, the pass to Noah. For 3, McCollum. Rebounded by Denver. Collins has got 6 rebounds in the game. Oladipo outside. Anthony right side. The 3. And good. Coming on the setup by Oladipo. Oladipo's got 5 assists in the game.
This defense just can't stay connected to shooters.
Pass to Calderon. Murray with it. McCollum on the wing. Looking to get back on track. Collins with the rebound. Collins has got his 7th rebound here tonight.
Hey, the struggle is real. He hasn't found much success with his offense today.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
ABA, the Denver Nuggets are building for the long haul. Their philosophy has been to draft polished prospects and then develop them into contributors. They look for 4 qualities: basketball IQ, character, positional size, and the absence of skill deficiencies. Bryant, the track record has been strong.
It really has. Thanks, Allie. And it's blocked by Collins.
And McCollum isn't afraid of contact, especially when he's being aggressive and looking to score.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
C.J. McCollum. 2 shots.
No good on the free throw.
Yeah, now a veteran in the league, McCollum's combo guard style of play is valuable to this team.
And he's good on the second. Denver leading by 8. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. It's a clear look for Oladipo. And the Nuggets getting another bucket to fall.
Boy, good shot selection there from Oladipo. Part of what makes him efficient on offense.
To the paint. Stolen by Collins. And so it's Vassell who brings up the ball for the Nuggets. 10-point lead. This is their biggest of the game. 3-pointer Anthony. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Murray. All right, let's take a look back at last season and see the teams who collected the most second chance points. The Nuggets in second.
Second chance points were crucial to their offensive production, so they worked to maximize that strength.
Second half of play here with just under 2.5 minutes passed.
And you know, Antetokounmpo is really a master at getting a hand up in the face of shooters. Excellent at contesting the shots and really distracts guys when they get into their shooting rhythm.
Look at Giannis playing big inside against contact.
You got to appreciate the consistency. Night in and night out, he brings it.
Anthony outside. Puts up a 3. Hits the 3-pointer. Anthony's got 23.
As the deep shots continue to fall, you can sense the frustration growing among these defenders.
Yeah, and they either have been unwilling or unable to take that shot away.
Now here's McCollum. 6 points for him. Fires the 3. Collins with the rebound. Collins has got 8 rebounds in the game.
After hitting 1 3 in the first half, he's been unable to dial in from deep since then.
Now here's Oladipo. 6 points for him. 5 on the clock. Anthony. And the layup is good. Anthony's got 10 points in just the second half.
He's putting on a show this quarter, and the team's feeding off his energy.
Back to Antetokounmpo. Pass to Noah. Inside. Tipped. Here's Murray. Rebounded by Denver. Collins has got 9 rebounds now, and it's 6-10. Jalen Duren is an incredible athlete for his size.
Yeah, he's got a lot of bounce, which helps him as a rim protector, rebounder, and lob threat. Plus, he's got quick feet, and he's able to guard smaller guys on the perimeter.
All right, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Nuggets.
Well, you love their unselfish play. Keeping that ball moving, good shot to great. That's winning basketball.
You know, they've been knocking down triples, too. They've continued to make the most of their opportunities from behind the arc as well.
The free throw drops for Anthony.
And, you know, Carmelo Anthony is a special player, guys. A bulky, small forward with a quick trigger release, an elite scorer.
Whiteside, he's checked in for Denver. Lewis comes in for Collins. That one misses. The Bucks trail by 14. Here's Brown. He's got 5. Pass to Calderon. Fires the 3. Drains the triple. Calderon's got his second basket on the night.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Anthony outside. Basket is good with the setup from Oladipo. And the Nuggets lead by 14.
Yeah, he's in his bag from beyond the arc right now. You see his confidence.
Yeah, I'd be confident, too. As a matter of fact, I mean, if you're stacking up threes the way he is, I mean, he's doing all his work from behind the arc.
And a timeout called here by Doc Rivers. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players. Williams is checked in for the Nuggets. .121 left in the third quarter of the game. Three-pointer. Calderon, no good. Here are the Nuggets with the ball. They're on a 16-6 run. Right side, Williams. Milwaukee with the rebound. There's 47 seconds left to play in the third quarter here. Puts it up. And it's Perkins with a rebound. Perkins has got his 5th rebound in this one. Bay outside. Out left to the wing. Tries to keep it alive. 6 on the shot clock. Cash money from 16 feet away. Bay's got his second basket of the game.
Right there, Bay just taking what the defense allows. Good shot.
Anthony feeling it out a bit. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. And he'll take his 3rd and 4th free throws of the night. And he drops it first. So both teams changing it up here. And Anthony drops them both. Fultz with it. That misses. Would have counted had it gone. And so it's Denver. A sizable lead of 14 at the break. Playing some great basketball. Holding a healthy advantage. We're coming right back. Don't go anywhere. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist to the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
And we reach the 4th quarter in a game that may already be out of hand. Markelle Fultz is out there with Christian Brown. Then there's Saddiq Bey, and it's Perkins in at the 5, down low. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. Now here's Williams. There's a screen by Whiteside. Anthony with a bucket. Anthony's got 33 points.
He's certainly been their go-to guy when it matters most. He's trying to close this one out.
Here's Brown. Unloads. Nice jump shot.
Boy, he's doing everything he can at this point. The rest of his teammates need to step up and give him some help.
Ntilikina, the pass to Anthony. And a miss there on the triple. The Bucks trail by 11. To the inside. Brown. Ooh, went in there strong and tried to power it down. But he drew the contact, and he'll head to the line.
You know, you don't like to foul, but if the alternative is giving up a dunk, it's an easy choice to make. I think it sets a tone for your defense around the rim. Make them earn it.
The first one falls. Vassell, he's checked in for Lewis. So he picks up just one from the line that time. The Nuggets lead by 10. Anthony outside. There's a screen by Whiteside. Three-pointer. Anthony misses. Milwaukee's gone 6 of 14 from the perimeter tonight. Bay passes to Boozer. About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. Here's Brown. No good there. That would have cut it to single digits. Anthony up top. Here's Ntilikina. Whiteside with a screen on Fultz. And again, Denver no good. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Down low. And a look now at the Milwaukee Bucks' upcoming schedule. On Wednesday, they hit the road to face the Sixers in Philadelphia. Then on Monday, they'll go back home and will be hosting the Oklahoma City Thunder.
What a great opportunity for this team to take a step forward. They have some tough road games coming up, and that kind of stretch can bring a team together. Winning some of these games would be huge for their overall confidence.
The Nuggets making a switch here. Lewis is checked in. And that's good as he hits both shots.
Staring at this deficit, they're trying to be more aggressive and get themselves to the line.
That's exactly when you need to be aggressive. You know that. I mean, another good job, though, of drawing contact and getting to the free throw line.
His shooting has been fantastic, and this team has leaned on him.
Antetokounmpo outside. Pass to Noah. Antetokounmpo with it. Over to the left wing. Here's Calderon. And the jumper from the wing offline.
Almost too wide open there. That's like a warm-up jumper for him.
Out of bounds. It'll go to the Bucks. The Bucks making a switch here. Murray's checked in. Bucks trail by 11. McCollum outside. Pass to Calderon. Antetokounmpo up top. Shot clock at 6. McCollum. Count the basket.
Oh, what a tricky shot. CJ, he's showing off now.
The Nuggets lead by 9. A look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone by in the fourth. For 3, Anthony. It's Milwaukee with a rebound. Murray's got 4 rebounds now. Up top, McCollum. He's guarded by Vassell. And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
And McCollum doesn't back down from anyone, including inside where he challenges defenders.
First free throw is good. And McCollum drops them both. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Now Anthony. Oladipo outside. Knocks it down from distance. And the Nuggets lead by 10.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
Boy, it's been a three-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
Here's Noah. Pass to McCollum. Another shot. Buries it down low. McCollum's got 6 points in the quarter.
Ready to cash in. I like when McCollum looks to mix it up like this.
Anthony outside. Now Collins. Oladipo outside. And again, Denver with a three.
Woo! That man is laser focused. Now, that's bad defense for a team that has a long way to go to catch up.
They look pretty demoralized to me, and that always shows through at the defensive end first.
There's McCollum with the three. The Bucks rebound. Goes up again. Hits the front of the rim and out.
Can't blame him. Just trying to take what the defense allows. Both sides are simply waiting for the clock to make it official. This is going to end up in the books as a nice win for the Nuggets.
Loved how much they moved the ball out there tonight.
Yeah, no one got left out. This was a real team effort.
And so this win marks their first victory of the new year.
And guys, that's got to be the dagger. This is how you finish a game.
Yeah, what a time to put the hammer down. Any hope of a comeback diminished.
Now here's McCollum. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
Second personal foul.
It's on Devin Vassell.
At the line for 2, C.J. McCollum.
The free throw drops for McCollum. That one's no good.
And this is the problem with playing from behind. Missing freebies takes on greater importance.
Oh, stolen by Fultz. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Oh, he picked him clean. He goes up, and Williams punches it home.
Yeah, they blocked out the noise, blocked out the distractions, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
Boy, a fantastic performance. And I tell you something, I mean, you get roadkill, that's always a challenge in the NBA, no matter what, and they got it done.
So it's the Nuggets winning this one easily. It ends up being a fairly easy road win.
Those are so hard to come by. It's never easy to take a game in someone else's building.
Well, now a minute to check in with Allie LaForce. Allie, thank you as always. And that about does it for the first game of the new NBA season. For Allie LaForce, Clark Kellogg, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson thanking you for watching the NBA presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.
True. See.
I want to shake. See him in. And it's lit. And it's lit. If I don't even swim, hold on. And it's lit. And it's lit.